Out of home has definitely had a hard year. I mean, everyone has, but our platform, I think specifically, it was a year where nobody was allowed out of their home. So that wasn't great for the medium. So we took a pretty big hit in the pandemic. But saying that, we found new ways of reaching audiences. It was really the first 2-3 months when things were really, really tough. Then I think most consumers realized that they could leave their homes for a little bit at least. Some people were out there anyway. There were essential workers and others, and people were going shopping. And I think for our platform, it was about being able to describe where those audiences were. If you weren't in Times Square, you would rather be in your suburb or somewhere else. So as we figured that out, things started to stabilize a little bit. Saying that, out of home as a total took a big hit. Some platforms had a worse time: cinema, travel, supermarkets, play space, those types of things. They had a tough time. Roadside and street furniture, which would be, billboards, mostly different types of posters and bus shelters, kiosks, things like that. Not so much. People really enjoyed their time outside, and people were traveling a lot by car. So that part of the industry picked up fast. What we're seeing now is a real positive return to normalcy with vaccines and consumers just being really, really excited about being outside of their homes. So our medium is truly booming. Consumers always liked out of home a lot, felt like it was an experience that it wasn't interruptive to anything else. There's higher ad recall. You can't block it. You can't skip it. It has a lot of advantages. But I think now in particular, when consumers are suffering for some digital fatigue and also are really appreciative of being back in those places where they weren't allowed to go, that's been very, very positive for our platform. And things are moving back to normal a lot faster. You'd never think that the travel industry would bounce back like it has, or people would be so excited to go to the mall again. But all those different places that I mentioned in the beginning that had a very, very hard time last year are coming back a lot quicker now, because consumers, again, are very excited to be able to do what they weren't allowed to do for such a long time.
Anna, we've spoken about video for many years, you and I, and video, of course, is part of out of home, and it's emerging. Tell us about, video as part of out of home, the opportunities for buyers, and how that might fit in with cross-platform buys, perhaps, and where's video going with out of home?
Yeah, I mean, video is a huge growth opportunity for out of home, and out of home is a real great platform for video. As you know, I mean, out of home consists of large signage, big screens, small screens, screens with great quality, and on any screen, you can run video, especially in a 5G world. I mean, technology is also going our way, but it is, it's a really great platform for video entertainment. The thing that's so special about out of home is that the media company is about that screen, right? There's no other, you're not monetizing other content. The screen is the content. And therefore the advertiser who wants to use video in out of home can own the canvas completely. And again, and be in locations, where audiences might be captive, really would like to be entertained, and show them great creative on these great screens. So we're very excited about it. We have some work to do, in promoting our medium and explaining it, and explaining the different types of video formats that exist within out of home too. It could be branded content. It could be, a traditional ad. It could be a number of different things. It could be inserted into other types of media streams if you're in a taxi, for example. So I think for us as an industry to explain how to best utilize out of home video, what the creative needs to look like, that's some work that we're doing. Right now, we're just about to publish a video guide that will have best practices, research, and guidelines for advertisers and buyers that are interested in buying into out of home, but explain how they can do really compelling storytelling with our medium and ensure that it's timely and effectively delivered and everything works. So we're doing a lot of work right now to showcase this platform as a big video opportunity. And of course, out of home is a medium that's very complementary to other forms of media. And video and out of home is no different than that. It's great for sharing. It's great for connecting messages that a user might see at home on TV or on their phone, and then when they're out and about, you can connect with them again through the different out of home formats and tell a story as a consumer is moving through a city in a really compelling way with rich media. So Yeah, we're very excited about it. And we've known each other a long time. Video has always been my fashion, back to the IB days and the New Fronts and all the work we did there. And it was one of the things that drew me to the industry, that I saw that there's this whole unexplored platform specifically for video that has so much opportunity. So I'm excited to be a part of that evolution. And I am very bullish about the future.
We hear about targeting quite broadly, of course, in our media. What does targeting mean in out of home, and what opportunities are there for buyers to buy audiences, to buy programmatically? Where does that stand now, and where do you hope it goes?
Yeah, I mean, things are moving really quickly in out of home now. Our medium was one of the latest to the game when it came to programmatic. Out of home has a huge static component, and will always have that, because the medium lends itself to digital as well as static really well. So programmatic has really not boomed until this last 2-3 years, when it's been growing, exponentially with over 100% per year from a small base. But it's starting to become a significant platform for that, and I think it's one of the effects of the pandemic, that our medium, had to reinvent itself and start thinking a little differently. And I think that sped up the programmatic evolution as well. Out of home is a great medium when it comes to targeting. We are the ultimate contextual platform. First of all, it's about being in locations where you know quite a bit about that specific location and the audience that might be there. So you can use that really well, and use other triggers such as weather, current events, and things that can kind of feed into how you're serving up ads in front of consumers. But you can also use other forms of data if you want, because as we're becoming more programmatic and being transacted in that fashion or mode, you can of course put data triggers in there. So it's a medium that has gone from quite old school, non-automated buying process to something that's much more nimble, where you can change out messages in a second, and therefore also target audiences very much depending on what's going on in that specific location. So it's good time for that, and it also means that it will be easier for other types of buyers and interested parties to get access to out of home, because you can now start buying it on the traditional platforms and not just have to go through specialists or other types of buyers that might organize and plan an out of home buy.